there's been an update to the Star Wars theory fiasco with the Vader fan film, and this is what the man has to say.
Well, thank you so much for the support that you've given me in the last 24 hours. It is absolutely overwhelming, and we're on the front page of Reddit, which is pretty cool. Now,
I don't use Reddit, don't know what it is.
the company Warner Chappell, which is under Disney, has responded to my network, and my network is kind of like an agent if you're an actor, something like that. I'm going to get to what they said briefly, but I first want to say that I don't
Any guesses for what they say? Bet you it's not good.
want this to be, a toxicity video. I don't want to spread toxicity in the environment or in the fandom or anything like that. That's not the point here. That's the last thing I want to do. So, let's move forwards. To give you guys a little bit of a rundown, I did speak to Lucasfilm a while back, for those who don't know, and I went through different avenues of things I could do, a lot of which you don't know about. One of them was, I said, let me crowdfund, let me not put my money into this project, but you guys can monetize the video, and you can make all the money you want from it, and do whatever you want from it. They said, no, we can't be involved with anything that isn't Lucasfilm or actual Star Wars. So,
We kind of gathered that from what he said yesterday. So, understood. He made a fan film. They didn't want to fund it. He weren't allowed to get funding. Same sort of thing I'd tried with Rebellion, and they said no, I can't do nothing. So, hence the copyright notice on my channel.
no fan films, but we appreciate it, and you guys can go do what you want as long as you abide by our rules. Now, Warner Chappell has come to my network, and they basically said, if you appeal this decision, it's ours, we're going to take the money from it, then we're going to strike your channel, which is YouTube's guidelines, and we're going to delete the video anyways. So,
they're making money off of this man's work over a piece of music that he got covered, and they're also threatening to delete his work and not pay him for the privilege, even though the story is his, the characters may be theirs, but he used them under fair use and had permission to use them as long as he didn't make money.
I don't want that to happen. This was never about the money. If they want to take the money, if they feel entitled to it, no problem. It is George Lucas's IP, and I know George is not in charge anymore. I know he sold it to Disney, and if he were in charge, I think he would have been very okay with fan films and stuff like that. Considering that this
So it's the mouse's fault. We blame the mouse.
was never making money anyways, and I have massive respect for George Lucas. I thank him for making this beautiful story. So what Warner Chappell has done, and here's a brief rundown of who they are. Back in 2013, Disney Music Group renegotiated their agreements with Universal Music Group, in which distribution and marketing rights were expanded on a worldwide basis. This allows DMG access to Universal's large roster of award-winning music producers and songwriters. In return, UMG now will have access to Disney's extensive marketing entities. So that means all of Disney's music, and, well, now Star Wars is owned by Disney. So there you go. So here's what Warner
So it's just Disney being corporate douchebags.
Chappell said to my network, essentially. They claim even though it's not a direct rip of the Imperial March, it still uses the main themes and music from Star Wars. Their take is...
So it's a cover. And since when were covers not allowed on YouTube? This is Article 13. Look up Article 13 and you'll know what I'm on about.
is that they own the rights to the composition and publishing for the entire Star Wars catalog. That any covers, renditions, or re-recordings fall under the protected copyright. So we're in a very tough decision. I mean, Warner Chappell and Disney are massive companies. I'm just a little baby Star Wars channel. It's just me here. I don't have a team, I don't have any, this is my apartment. I work out of my apartment. I live and breathe this. For 2.5 years, this has been my bread and butter. So what do we do here? Basically, my only option is to file an appeal to dispute, but that lies hand in hand with many consequences.
Yeah, in other words, Disney are fucking dickheads. The same thing Rebellion did with me. You can't do this because we own the copyright. Fine. May I license? No. Because you might make money off of it. That's their problem. All they want is money. They don't care about the fans.
Likely going to lose that. So they feel entitled to it. They're not going to budge. They've made it very clear in the emails to my network. And basically they want to collect the money from it. So if I file an appeal, they're going to win. They're going to strike my channel, which means my whole channel could be swiped off of YouTube, gone, and they're going to delete the video. So,
So they've stolen this guy's work, they're making money off of this guy's work, and they're also threatening to deplatform him because he makes better work than them. Disney are pricks.
We want that to happen. They've turned on monetization and they've taken it for themselves. They've not even given it to Lucasfilm, who should be entitled to it. So here's what I'm going to do. Warner Chappell, I know you guys are watching this. Disney, if you're watching this, you guys take the money. Go ahead. I don't care. Do what you want with it. It was never about the money for me. This was something that I made for the fans, and it will always stay for the fans. It's not for you.
And me, as a fan, I thank you for this. Because it's an excellent film, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link in the description.
It's not for anybody else. This is to uphold the legacy that George Lucas made, and to have fun, and to just make something cool. That's all it was, and that's all it'll ever be. This is something made by a fan.
But remember, when watching it, put adblock on so that Disney doesn't get the money. Because you don't want to watch the ads, because you don't want to give them money for it.
For the fans. I've been a fan of Star Wars since I was like 6 years old. You know, it's something I share very dear with my father, and my family, and with my friends, and everybody like that. So, for me, this goes beyond cash. You guys feel
So, he just goes on about how he doesn't care about the money, he cares about the fans. I'm going to leave it there, because that's not important to the issue. The issue is, a big company has just stolen someone else's work, and is now making money off of it. This is not the way forward. This man has been just had his work stolen. It's just theft. He used their characters and a cover of their music. Therefore, he doesn't have any rights to it. It's his story, his time, his money. He should have at least something. It's a form of art. I always thought imitation was the finest form of flattery. Clearly, it just means you can get fucking sued. That's me done. Peace. Have a great week. Like, subscribe, you know, all that jazz. See you later.